Have you ever stopped to think about what truly exists deep within the Earth, beyond what science books have taught us? What if I told you that there are discoveries far beyond imagination, findings that challenge official history, mysteries buried that may never have been meant to be revealed? Today, we're diving into 15 strangest things found deep in the Earth. And get ready, because we're not just talking about common fossils or impressive caves, but enigmas involving lost civilizations, inexplicable objects in geological layers millions of years old, supposed artifacts that shouldn't be where they were found, underground tunnels that defy all architectural logic of the time, and even reports that many believe were covered up by major institutions. Could human history be far older than we were taught? Could there be hidden evidence of contacts with advanced technologies in the past? Each discovery we present is not just curious, but also raises uncomfortable questions. Issues many prefer to avoid because they directly challenge the foundation of our beliefs about the origin of humanity and the planet itself. So, if you're new here, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because this subscription isn't just a click. It shows YouTube that our content is relevant, that it deserves to be recommended to more people. And it's thanks to this that we can continue bringing research, stories, and hidden truths that you won't find on ordinary channels. If you enjoy the video, also leave a like, as it boosts reach even further. And if you want to support our work more directly, use the super thanks and help this channel grow and keep revealing what many want to hide. But if you can't, no problem. Your comment is already a powerful form of support. So write below which discovery surprised you the most, because your participation keeps this community alive and active. And don't forget, watch until the end, because the last revelation we found beneath the Earth will simply blow your mind and may forever change the way you see reality. In 15th place, we have the inner core that changes rhythm. Investigations into the Earth's inner core have revealed unexpected behaviors, such as small variations in its relative rotation compared to the rest of the planet, and anisotropies suggesting complex structures and dynamics. The implications are profound. If the core changes rhythm, has pockets with strange composition, or underwent reactions in the distant past, then our notions of the magnetic field, atmospheric protection, and even tectonic stresses change. Some extreme theorists propose these anomalies as signs of past cataclysmic events or even external intervention. Scientists, more cautiously, see a fascinating frontier of geophysics requiring more data and modeling. In 14th place, underground magnetic and electrical anomalies beneath the Earth's surface, hidden from human eyes yet detectable by our instruments, lie strange zones where magnetic and electrical fields behave in ways that defy all expectation. Places where compasses spin uncontrollably, radio waves die without reason, and equipment malfunctions as if some unseen force were interfering with our very technology. Geologists and geophysicists have mapped countless anomalies, from small localized disturbances to massive regions that stretch for hundreds of kilometers, but their origins are far from fully understood. Some are explained as natural effects, perhaps vast concentrations of magnetic minerals buried deep in the crust, or unusual flows of molten iron in the outer core, creating distortions in Earth's protective magnetic shield. Others, however, raise more questions than answers. Why do certain anomalies persist for centuries without fading? Why do some coincide with ancient sacred sites, mysterious stone structures, or areas rich in folklore about strange lights and unexplained phenomena? Skeptics will dismiss these connections as coincidence. Yet explorers, pilots, and even military reports describe locations where navigation becomes impossible, where electrical systems fail, and where people experience disorientation as if the Earth itself were playing tricks on their senses. Among the most famous are the South Atlantic anomaly, where radiation from space pierces closer to the planet than anywhere else, threatening satellites and astronauts, and vast unexplained magnetic zones beneath Siberia, Africa, and parts of the ocean floor that some believe could be linked to unknown structures buried deep within the planet. The controversy grows when fringe theories suggest that these anomalies may be evidence of hollow cavities, hidden technologies, or even remnants of advanced civilizations lost to history, their machines still active far below our feet, pulsing through the rock with magnetic signatures we barely comprehend. Whether natural or artificial, benign or dangerous, underground magnetic and electrical anomalies serve as a constant reminder that Earth is not a stable and predictable world, but a dynamic and mysterious system. One where invisible forces shape not only our environment, but also our perception of reality itself. In 13th place, exotic minerals formed by impact and pressure. Deep beneath the Earth's surface and scattered across ancient craters lie minerals so rare and bizarre that they could never have formed under normal conditions. Substances born only in moments of cataclysmic violence when unimaginable forces of heat and pressure reshaped the very fabric of matter. These exotic minerals are often the fingerprints of cosmic collisions, formed when giant asteroids slammed into Earth with the power of millions of nuclear bombs, generating pressures and temperatures so extreme that common elements fused into crystalline structures never before seen in nature. One of the most famous is lonsdaleite, sometimes called hexagonal diamond, a harder and stranger cousin of the diamond we know, created only in the shock waves of meteor impacts. Then there are minerals like rhyodite, which can only exist under pressures found deep inside the Earth's mantle, but somehow appear in thin bands within impact craters. Proof that for an instant the crust itself experienced conditions like those at the core of the planet. Even more unsettling are the discoveries of unknown crystalline compounds in places like the Papagai crater in Siberia or the Chicxulub crater in Mexico, the very site linked to the extinction of the dinosaurs, as if these alien rocks delivered more than destruction, perhaps seeding Earth with strange new materials, or even the raw ingredients for life. Some researchers suggest these minerals may contain unique properties such as superconductivity or unusual energy storage, sparking speculation about whether future technologies could be built from substances forged in the crucible of cosmic disaster. Yet the mysteries go deeper, because certain compounds found within impact zones do not match anything predicted by our current models of chemistry, leaving scientists to wonder whether we are glimpsing matter from other worlds, fragments of planetary cores, or even traces of interstellar bodies never meant to exist here. The idea that Earth's history, its geology, and perhaps even its life itself has been shaped by sudden intrusions from space is both humbling and disturbing. For it reminds us that everything solid beneath our feet may be nothing more than a fragile arrangement, one cosmic collision away from being rewritten into something unrecognizable. Exotic minerals formed by impact and pressure are more than geological curiosities. They are messages from the universe itself, carved in crystal, whispering of chaos, violence, and creation beyond human comprehension. In 12th place, ancient ice and air bubbles in deep layers. Messages from the deep climate. While technically ice layers and not deep rock, trapped bubbles preserve ancient atmospheres and abrupt variations of gases like methane and CO2. Some unexplained peaks in these records have led to hypotheses about sudden methane releases from the ocean floor or massive geological events. Theories fueling debates about past and future climates. In 11th place, slow earthquake records and deep tremors, phenomena that challenge classical seismology. In subduction zones, low-frequency tremors and slow events break traditional notions of seismic rupture. These signals could indicate deep fluid processes, complex friction, or unknown mechanisms. The explanation has enormous implications for earthquake prediction and understanding plate dynamics. Controversy arises when these discoveries are used for alarmist forecasts without basis. In 10th place, deep hydrogen reserves. Energy from below. Research has indicated the existence of hydrogen pockets and flows generated by reactions between water and minerals at great depths. For some, this is the basis of unlimited underground energy. For others, it is a critical part of the subsurface ecosystem supporting microorganisms. Controversy arises when initial discoveries are turned into immediate technological promises. The transition from geological discovery to practical application is long and uncertain. In 9th place, crystals and minerals with unexpected properties. Natural quasicrystals. Quasicrystals, structures with unusual symmetry, were found in rare samples and initially thought to be artificial. Their natural existence raises questions about high pressure and shock processes, like impacts, that produce mineral phases challenging our classifications. This has led to speculation about cataclysmic events and abrupt formative processes in the deep past of the Earth. In eighth place, underground cities and deep human sites, Derinkuyu and other labyrinths. In places like Cappadocia, humans carved cities tens of meters deep, capable of housing thousands. These structures are themselves strange and marvelous, ingenious in ventilation, defense, and space planning. The controversy here isn't about their existence. They exist, but about what they tell us about ancient engineering skills and reasons for abandoning the surface. Some exaggerate, claiming they were shelters from global cataclysms. Others say they're evidence of enduring subterranean civilizations. Most likely, it's a mix of historical pragmatism and adaptation to local conditions. In seventh place, artifacts in coal layers and alleged ancient machines. Persistent legends. Reports of metallic objects found in very old coal layers. Keys, screws, plugs, fueled stories of visits from prehistoric technological civilizations. Serious investigation tends to explain many cases as recent contamination, misidentified artifacts, or hoaxes. Still, the appeal of these stories reveals something about us. We want to find anomalies that force history to be rewritten, which is why these accounts continue circulating despite lack of solid proof. In sixth place, super deep diamonds and lower mantle inclusions. Chemical time capsules. Some diamonds contain mineral inclusions that form only at immense depths, like ringwoodite and other high-pressure silicates, suggesting the presence of water in the deep mantle as hydrates. These inclusions are like sealed messages, offering clues about composition, temperature, and even Earth's chemical makeup hundreds of millions of years ago. Controversy arises when certain interpreters turn these data into narratives. Entire oceans in the mantle or ancient civilizations created diamonds. The first claim has partial scientific basis, the second does not. In fifth place, mantle blobs and large low-velocity zones. Deep beneath our feet, far below the crust, and deeper still in the mantle, lie two of the most mysterious structures ever detected inside our planet. Colossal blobs of unknown composition, so massive they're each the size of entire continents. Scientists call them large low-shear velocity provinces because seismic waves slow down dramatically as they pass through them, suggesting they're denser or hotter than the surrounding material. But what exactly are they? No one knows for certain. The mainstream explanation suggests that they could be gigantic graveyards of tectonic plates, pushed down into the Earth over billions of years of subduction and now resting like scars at the boundary between the mantle and the core. Another possibility is even stranger, that they are ancient remnants of Earth's earliest building blocks, primordial materials that never mixed with the rest of the mantle since the planet first formed. And yet, beyond science, more controversial and mysterious theories arise. Some suggest they could be the remains of alien worlds consumed by the young Earth, buried deep where no human eye will ever see them. Others whisper of vast energy reservoirs, or even deliberately engineered structures left by an unknown intelligence long before humans walked the planet. What makes them even more unsettling is their potential power. Researchers believe these blobs are connected to mantle plumes, the enormous upwellings of heat and magma that feed volcanic hotspots like Hawaii and that may have triggered some of the most catastrophic eruptions in Earth's history. Imagine a future where one of these hidden giants awakens and unleashes energy on a scale we can barely comprehend, changing the climate, reshaping continents, and perhaps even wiping out species, just as has happened before. The truth is, despite decades of seismic research, no one knows their true origin, their exact composition, or whether they are stable or slowly shifting and growing as we speak. They remain silent titans in the deep, hidden reminders that the Earth beneath us is alive, unpredictable, and still full of secrets. When we think we have mapped and mastered our world, the mantle blobs whisper from the abyss, you have seen nothing yet. In fourth place, deep life, microbe kilometers below the surface. When we think of life on Earth, we usually imagine forests, oceans, or deserts, but life ventures far below the surface. Studies in deep mines and boreholes have shown microorganisms survive kilometers beneath the crust in hot, dark rocks under extreme pressure. Most are bacteria and archaea, feeding on hydrogen released from chemical reactions between water and minerals, living in complete isolation from sunlight and oxygen, in ecosystems that completely challenge traditional life models. This discovery is fascinating and controversial because it forces us to rethink basic concepts. If life can thrive without light, without photosynthesis, and in such hostile conditions, how universal could it be in the universe? This insight sparked intense scientific debate, with some theorists suggesting surface life might even have originated from deep organisms slowly migrating upward over billions of years. Moreover, these microbes have practical and philosophical implications. They may reveal new metabolic types, serve as the basis for advanced biotechnologies, and teach us how life adapts to extremes similar to other planets, like Mars or Jupiter and Saturn's icy moons. The mystery deepens considering these subterranean life forms appear to have existed for millions of years, virtually unchanged, raising questions about resilience, evolution, and Earth's biosphere history. To the lay public, the idea of organisms silently living kilometers beneath our feet seems almost science fiction, but the data is solid. Deep drilling and chemical analyses prove the presence of active microbes, some able to metabolize minerals previously thought impossible to use as biological energy. What's more intriguing is that they don't just survive, they influence surrounding geology, altering minerals and contributing to chemical cycles affecting the crust. In other words, what seems like a dead and inhospitable world is actually vibrant and full of hidden life, reminding us that Earth is far more complex and mysterious than the surface suggests. These discoveries change our perspective on life and leave an irresistible suspense. How many life forms are still hidden in the depths, waiting to be discovered? In third place, Crystal Cave, Nica, Mexico. Located beneath a silver mine in Nica, Mexico, Crystal Cave is one of the most surreal and mysterious places on Earth. Discovered by miners in the early 2000s, it houses giant selenite crystals, some over 10 meters long, so clear and perfect they seem straight out of a science fiction movie. What makes the cave intriguing is not just the size of these formations, but the extreme conditions. Temperatures can exceed 50 degrees Celsius, and humidity is nearly saturated, making it impossible to stay long without special equipment. Scientifically, these crystals grew slowly over millions of years in isolated chambers with mineral-saturated solutions that allowed continuous, uniform growth. The fascination goes beyond geology. Many researchers and visitors report strange sensations upon entering, like a different energy or a hypnotic effect caused by light reflecting off the huge crystals. This has led to controversial theories, some suggesting these formations could have been influenced by unknown deep earth processes or even by ancestral intelligences manipulating crystals for lost purposes. Cautious scientists explain it as a perfect combination of chemistry, pressure, temperature, and geological isolation. But human imagination tends to go far beyond, turning the site into a stage for stories of secret chambers and mystical minerals. Additionally, the cave is so rare and fragile that any exploration mistake can destroy it, raising another question. How many other crystalline worlds remain hidden underground, impossible to discover with today's methods? What we see in Nica is just the tip of the iceberg, a window into a subterranean world that challenges our perception of reality and reminds us that Earth still holds mysteries that could alter our understanding of natural history. It's impossible to look at these crystals without feeling tiny in the face of geological complexity and patience that allowed them to exist exactly as they are. In second place, Klarksdorp spheres. The so-called Klarksdorp spheres are among the most curious and controversial finds in South African geology, often cited as examples of OOPArts, out-of-place artifacts. They were discovered in pyrite and other mineral deposits, in rock layers dated around 2.8 to 3 billion years old, and immediately drew attention because they are small spheres, usually 0.5 to 10 centimeters in diameter, some with well-defined parallel grooves, others incredibly symmetrical, resembling something that could have been manufactured by human hands. Imagine finding an almost perfect metallic sphere inside rock far older than any human. That alone raises a whirlwind of questions. This sparked controversy. How to explain apparently worked objects appearing in formations so ancient? For some alternative theory enthusiasts, these spheres are evidence of lost civilizations or even extraterrestrial visitors, as if marks of forgotten prehistoric technology. Science offers a different, less conspiratorial explanation. Klarskdorp spheres are natural concretions formed by slow, continuous geological processes over millions of years, where minerals like hematite, pyrite, or goethite precipitated and accumulated into spherical shapes due to pressure and chemical conditions. The grooves resembling artificial carvings are, in this view, results of natural fractures, growth lines, or erosion during formation. Still, the symmetry and hardness of some spheres, many so tough they can scratch steel, continue to intrigue both enthusiasts and some geologists. Additionally, analyses show unusual metal concentrations, leading to divergent interpretations. What makes this case fascinating is the mix of science and imagination. On one hand, there's a logical explanation fitting known geological processes. On the other, an almost artificial-looking object that sparks curiosity and keeps alternative theories alive. Perhaps consensus will never be total, because what's at stake isn't just the rock itself, but how we interpret Earth's and humanity's past. Klarskdorp spheres are, at heart, an invitation to view our planet with curiosity and less haste to dismiss mystery. They show that even in something as seemingly simple as a stone sphere, there can exist a bridge between scientific rigor and human imagination. And in first place, Kola's Super Deep Borehole. The Soviet Kola Super Deep Borehole project is one of humanity's most fascinating and controversial scientific undertakings, still shrouded in legends and mysteries. Imagine, during the Cold War, the Soviets decided to drill as deep as possible, surpassing 12 kilometers, attempting to understand the planet's internal structure and demonstrate scientific power against the United States. The result was the deepest hole ever made by humans, known as the Kola borehole, which brought incredible discoveries and raised disturbing theories. Officially, scientists found extremely ancient rocks, billions of years old, unexpected mineral layers, and even microscopic traces resembling unicellular organism fossils at depths previously thought incompatible with life. But what made the project legendary were the rumors and stories that spread afterward. One of the most famous is the hellhole. Supposedly, the Soviets installed microphones at the bottom and captured sounds resembling human screams, as if drilling into the entrance of hell. The story went viral and was amplified by sensationalist newspapers, although scientists denied it, explaining that the sounds were merely equipment noise and geological vibrations. Another controversy. At 12,262 meters, the Soviets reportedly found temperatures far higher than expected, over 180 degrees Celsius, halting drilling. This challenged previous geological models, showing that Earth's interior is hotter and more complex than thought. Bold theorists claim unrevealed discoveries, like massive caves, water pockets at impossible depths, and perhaps even unknown life forms, were covered up. For official science, the Kola borehole revealed crucial information about the Earth's crust, but also made clear that the deeper we explore, the more questions arise and fewer certainties remain. It's as if the Earth keeps layers of secrets it does not want to reveal all at once. And so we reach the end of our journey through the 15 strangest things found deep in the Earth. From mysterious metal spheres to giant crystals and life forms defying all logic, it's clear our planet is far more astonishing and enigmatic than we ever imagined. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Your subscription is essential as it helps YouTube recommend this content to more people and allows us to continue exploring these fascinating mysteries. We also want to hear your opinion. Leave in the comments which of these 15 discoveries surprised you the most or left you with the most questions, because your participation helps our community grow and become even more active.